Okay, good afternoon, everyone. I'm going to go ahead and begin, and I'm sure we're expecting one other person to have a quorum when it's time to vote. So, good afternoon. Welcome, everyone. I am Sharon Green Middleton, Vice President of the City Council, representative for the 6th Council District, and Chairperson of the Economic and Community Development Committee. This afternoon, we will hear the following bills. 23-0423, City Property Renaming Cottage Avenue Park to Candy Stripe Park. Bill number 23-0393, Street Encroachment of 3424 Toon Street. And Bill number 23-0394, Street Encroachment of 229 East Montgomery Street. In attendance today, for members of the committee, we have John Bullock of the 9th District.
Thank you, Madam Chair.
Mark Conway of the 4th District.
Thank you, Madam Chair.
And Robert Stokes that texted me that he is on his way. Representatives from the Office of the President. We have Tiffany Macklin, Deputy Director of Legislation, and Dwayne Adams with Budget and Finance. And representatives of the Mayor's Office, we have Dominic McAlley of Government Relations. And it is now about 2:10, and we will begin with Bill number 23-0423, City Property Renaming Cottage Avenue Park to Candy Stripe Park for the purpose of changing the name of Cottage Avenue Park located at northeast side 30-foot alley, second southwest of Cottage Avenue, rear 3700-36 Cottage Avenue, block 3335, lot 067, to Candy Stripe Park. This bill was introduced on August 21st, 2023. The bill sponsor is yours truly, Vice President Middleton. We'll start with agency representative reports, and we'll go down the list with, we'll go ahead and start with the Baltimore City Recreation and Parks.
Good afternoon, Madam Chair. The Department of Recreation, Jenny Morgan, Baltimore City Rec and Parks. We stand by our report.
Thank you. Planning Commission.
Good afternoon, Madam Chair, members of the Commission. Eric Tiso here for the Planning Commission. They reviewed this in their meeting of September 21st, and if this is the name that has been colloquially known in the community for decades, that should be its formal name. Recommend favorable.
Thank you. City Solicitor's Office.
Thank you, Madam Chair. Jeff Hochstetler with the Solicitor's Office. We stand by our report and approve the bill for forming legal sufficiency.
Thank you. Department of Real Estate.
Good afternoon, Madam Chair. Christine Griffin, Department of Real Estate, and we stand by our report in support of renaming the park to Candy Stripe.
Thank you. Baltimore Development Corporation.
Good afternoon, Madam Chair. BDC respectfully takes no objection to Council Bill 23-0423. Thank you.
Thank you. Department of Transportation.
Madam Chair, Liam Davis, Baltimore City Department of Transportation. We stand by our bill report, which is no objection.
Thank you. And lastly, Department of Finance.
Gabriel Stewart Sykowitz here for the Finance Department. We have no objection and stand by our report.
Thank you. Do committee members have any questions? I do want to recognize members of the committee. Councilman Antonio Glover of the 13th District.
Thank you, Madam Chair.
And Councilman Robert Stokes of the 12th District. Hearing no questions, we're going to move to public testimony, and we're now going to take public testimony. And I do see two long-serving members of the hold on one second. he's going to get the sign-in sheet. He has to bring it up front. No problem. Thank you. You're Joyce?
Yes.
Okay, go ahead, Joyce.
Good afternoon, council members. I'm here as a resident of the Park Heights community, where I've been a resident for 50-plus years, along with my other community member, Margaret Smith. Together, combined, we've been in the Park Heights community combined for 100-plus years. And we continue to stand within our community and keeping our community safe. And some of you all have visited the 3700 block of Park Heights Avenue and know that the Candy Stripe play area is a safe area. I'm a former social worker for the state of Maryland, child welfare supervisor, and adult service worker. I'm here to say that we invested in our community. We want to keep our community safe. We know that the Park Heights corridor is a safe community to raise families and children, because we continue to stay invested in it and make sure that this retired federal worker and this retired safe and city worker make sure that our area stays safe. Thank you.
Thank you, Ms. Brooks, and thank you for standing in your community and working in your community and watching as the positiveness continues in that area. So thank you for coming today to testify. And yes, state
Hi.
your name.
My name is Margaret Smith. One of the main reasons we're here is because of the name. If you ask anybody in Park Heights area, a safe zone, they will tell you Candy Stripe. They will not say Cottage Avenue Park because no one knows it as Cottage Avenue Park. Everyone knows it as Candy Stripe. Your kids are free to come there. You're free to come there. We make you welcome. We keep you safe. And matter of fact, Cottage Avenue Park mail go to the lady around the corner's house. That's where it goes, because every time we do something, she has a fit because it's Cottage Avenue Park and the address is 3700 Cottage Avenue, which happens to be her address. But anybody that you've asked, I mean, I see Jada Pinkett and Tupac in the news this week. Even they knew Candy Stripe as Candy Stripe. Everybody knows it as Candy Stripe. Cottage Avenue Park was something put there to give it a name. Candy Stripe came from the stripes around the pole, red and white, which was love. And we show love there, we try to keep love there. And for all of you who voted for it, thank you. For all of you who didn't, you can still come to Candy Stripe. You know, you'll be welcome. But it should be Candy Stripe Park. Nobody knows Cottage Avenue Park. Nobody knows where it's at. But if you go up any street from all the way up past the plaza, and you say, we're going to Candy Stripe, oh, I know what you're talking about. Everybody knows exactly. If you say Cottage Avenue Park, it's like, now how do I get there and where is it at? So the name may have been Cottage Avenue Park, but legitimately, honestly, from the heart, it should be Candy Stripe, because that's what everybody knows it as. So, thank you.
Thank you for your testimony and continually using that area as a safe place for all ages.
You've
And-
been there. You know it's safe.
Definitely.
Anybody who hasn't been there need to come. It's a safe spot.
It is, it is. And I'm looking forward to the next phase, and that would be the
Girl,
renovations.
when we leave here, we're gonna plan the party. If everything go all right, I'll let you know.
I also want to make it a matter of record. I got a letter from Yolanda Jiggets, the Chief Executive Officer of the Park Heights Renaissance, and just quickly want to, I think it's important to read her letter, which is addressed to Mayor Scott and members of the Baltimore City Council. I am writing to express my full support for the renaming of Cottage Avenue Park to Candy Stripe Park. The renaming of the park would be a significant step towards embracing inclusivity, cultural diversity, and a shared commitment to creating a more harmonious community and city. Parks are essential community spaces that should reflect the values and aspirations of its residents. By renaming the park to Candy Stripe Park, we have an opportunity to honor the residents of the community who have made exceptional contributions to our community and city's heritage, progress, or social fabric. Considering the rich history and diversity of Baltimore City, selecting a meaningful name that is adapted by the residents will symbolize the collective appreciation of our community's shared past and future goals. Additionally, renaming the park will serve as a powerful catalyst for promoting unity among the diverse groups that call Baltimore City home. By acknowledging the historical significance the park has on the Park Heights community, we can create a sense of pride, belonging, and shared purpose. This inclusive approach aligns with the broader vision of Baltimore City as a place where everyone feels valued and respected, regardless of background or identity. Moreover, we envision the renaming of the park will also provide an educational opportunity for residents of all ages and will be the first step in preparing for future renovations that have been identified by Baltimore City Recreation and Parks in FY25. By selecting a name that reflects significant time in our city, we can inspire and encourage residents to embrace our shared history, including educational resources such as plaques and informational signs can add layers of understanding and appreciation for the people and events represented by the newly named park. In conclusion, I would like to reiterate my strong support for the renaming of Cottage Avenue Park to Candy Stripe Park and Park Heights Renaissance, which would also like to be a partner in supporting beautification aspects of the project while waiting for the future renovations to launch. This endeavor not only recognizes the richness of the Park Heights community, but also enhances collaborative and strategic partnerships in the Park Heights community. We commend Vice President Middleton for introducing this bill and the mayor and city council for your dedication in promoting and your consideration for this significant change. And again, signed by Yolanda Jiggets, Chief Executive Officer of Park Heights Renaissance. At this point, are there any questions? If not, we'll check online public testimony. And if you want to testify, please raise your hand. And there are no hands raised. And we're now checking for phone calls, and there are no phone calls. Do members have any comments or questions, or is there a motion to recommend the bill favorable? So moved by Stokes and second by Bullock. Chair Middleton, yes. Bullock? Yes. Yes. Conway? Aye. Yes. Dorsey, absent. Glover? Yes. Is a yes. Ramos, absent. Stokes? Yes. Is a yes. This bill will move to second reader at the next council meeting. Thank you, and thank those that took your time to come down to testify. All right. The next committee will hear Bill number 23-0393, Street Encroachment 3424 Toon Street, for the purpose of permitting, subject to certain conditions, the construction and maintenance of a portion of a building projecting into the public right-of-way on the west side of Bayless Street on the property known as 3424 Toon Street and providing for a special effective date. This bill was introduced on June 12, 2023. The bill was sponsored by Member Cohen and the administration. And we'll now take agency reports. City Solicitor.
Thank you, Madam Chair. Jeff Hochstetler with the Solicitor's Office. We stand by our report and approve the bill for form and legal sufficiency.
Thank you. Housing.
Thank you, Madam Chair, members of the committee. Stephanie Murdoch, Director of Legislative Services for DHCD. We too stand by our bill report. We do not object to the passage of this bill. Thank you.
Thank you. Planning?
Good afternoon, Madam Chair, members of the committee. Eric Tiso for planning. We have no objection. We'll note that this is not in a historic area nor a URP, but it does require a routine design review by our department.
Okay. The Board of Municipal and Zoning Appeals.
Good afternoon, Madam Chair. Dominic McLilley, Mayor's Office of Government Relations. BMZA stands by their report.
Okay. Do you have a copy? We got it right. Oh, okay. Transportation?
Madam Chair, Liam Davis, Baltimore City Department of Transportation. We stand by our bill report in support.
Thank you. Parking Authority?
Good afternoon, Madam Chair. Arco Sen from the Parking Authority, and we stand by our bill report comments, which is not opposed.
Thank you. Office of Equity and Civil Rights?
Dominic McLilley, Mayor's Office of Government Relations. Civil Rights stands by their report as well.
Thank you. And the Fire Department?
Dominic McLilley, Government Relations. Fire stands by their report as well.
Thank you. Do we have any public testimony on this bill? Okay. No public testimony, and we're checking to see if there is any online. There's no online testimony. We don't see any phone callers, and is there a motion to recommend the bill favorable? So moved by Stokes, second by Bullock. Middleton, yes. Bullock? Yes. Yes. Conway? Yes. Yes. Stokes? Yes. Is a yes. Glover? Yes. Is a yes. Absent Dorsey and Ramos. This bill will move to second reader at the next council meeting. And the next committee will the committee will hear Bill number 23-0394, a street encroachment 229 East Montgomery Street, for the purpose of permitting, subject to certain conditions, the construction and maintenance of a portion of a building projecting into the public right-of-way on the east side of the property known as 229 East Montgomery Street, and providing for a special effective date. This bill was introduced on June 12, 2023. This bill was sponsored by the City Council President for the administration and City Solicitor's Office.
Thanks, Madam Chair. Jeff Hochstetler with the Solicitor's Office. We stand by our report and approve the bill for form and legal sufficiency.
Thank you. Housing?
Thank you again, Madam Chair. Stephanie Murdoch, Director of Legislative Services for DHCD. We stand by our bill report. We do not object to the passage of this bill. Thank you.
Thank you. Planning?
Good afternoon again, Madam Chair, members of the committee. We have no objection. We note that this is in a local historic district for Federal Hill, and CHAP will need to review it.
Thank you. The BMZA?
Good afternoon, Madam Chair. BMZA stands by their report.
Transportation?
Madam Chair, Liam Davis, Baltimore City Department of Transportation. We stand by our bill report, which is no objection.
Thank you.
Or excuse me, it's in support. My apologies.
Thank you. Parking Authority?
Thank you, Madam Chair. Christmas Age from the Parking Authority of Baltimore City. We stand by our bill report, which is not opposed.
Thank you. Office of Equity and Civil Rights?
Civil Rights, they stand by their report as well.
Okay. They defer to DOT, which supports. And the Fire Department?
And Fire stands by their report.
All right, no objection as well. Do committee members have any comments or questions on this street encroachment? Hearing none. There's no public in-person testimony? And is there any online testimony? And any phone calls? Seeing none, is there a motion to move the bill favorably? So moved by Stokes, second, who was second over here? Okay, second by Conway. Middleton, yes. Bullock? Yes. Is a yes. Conway? Yes. Is a yes. Dorsey, absent. Glover? Yes. Is a yes. Ramos, absent. And Stokes? Is a yes. This bill will move to second reader at the next council meeting, and this hearing is adjourned.